Smoking a joint with John Lucas. Do you think you could fuck me up? Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Gabe of Thrones. Yes, it is officially winter in Johannesburg, which is bittersweet. This way, you guys are all locked at home and you are forced to watch my show or actual decent content on Netflix. I hope you guys are all well and healthy in this cold weather and staying warm. Today I have a very exciting show for you. I'm smoking with a professional bodybuilder and a sponsored athlete, John Lucas. We talk about the relation between smoking and staying fit. So for all you guys who smoke and want to stay fit, this is an interesting episode for you. Yeah. Enjoy. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Game of Thrones. Today I'm joined by probably the strongest man to ever grace this couch, John Lucas.
What's happening?
Today we are smoking orange sherbet from Barney's Farms. Another big bag.
You see that? Let me see that one.
Pretty cool, eh? Oh, fuck. Well, at least I got this. Shit.
In the arms of the angel.
Thanks, bro, thanks. Yeah, it's called Pogaroo. Obviously, it's an Indian film. Big action film, big action drama. Very dramatic, a lot of huge action scenes with a lot of stunts. So yeah, it's cool. Go check it out. Especially when it's out. It will be on Netflix. I don't remember exactly where it is, but there's a church in America that grow their own harvest of marijuana, and when you go into church they give you a joint and you smoke while you're in church.
Oh my gosh! I'm becoming religious!
2 hours later.
Cannabis, marijuana is really popular in fitness, bro. It's a lot of people use it.
Michael Phelps was talking about
Yeah.
When you knew that picture was coming out, how did you feel?
And you know what? I've smoked cannabis with some of the best, biggest, most well-known, legendary athletes in this sport, in the sport of bodybuilding, fitness. I've smoked with guys that have won Olympia and stuff like this, and they are all adamant smokers. They all smoke every day, and the reason for that, if I had to get into the facts of it, firstly, what does marijuana do for our appetite? Okay, it increases our appetite. So for bodybuilding, where we have to eat regularly and often, that is fantastic for us. Plus it can make our bland food or blandish food taste really good.
What in the fuck is going on? The chicken is as dry as a fucking camel's arsehole in a fucking desert storm.
Right? One thing it does is when you smoke and then you train, it is proven now that it improves mind to muscle connection. So for instance, if you're getting under a bench press and you're sober and you bench, you might feel your chest work a bit, but you might use your anterior delt, your triceps and your chest to push the weight. When you smoked or when you have cannabis inside you, then when you bench press, you're able to connect more to the muscle that you're intending to train.
So it actually has a beneficial
Yes,
property.
a huge beneficial effect. So you basically stimulate the muscle to a much greater degree, which then in the end gives you much better results.
It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I literally didn't know
And
that.
then another thing it does, which is unbelievable for bodybuilders and actually for anybody and everybody, is that it makes us more insulin sensitive. Now people don't actually realize this. That's why if you look at like huge smokers, okay, obviously there's exceptions to the rule, but if you look at like big smokers like Snoop Dogg, Cypress Hill, these guys, do they hold body fat? No, those guys are quite skinny most of the time. Now the reason for that is when you smoke, insulin sensitivity gets better, which means when we eat a carbohydrate, our body will know how to use the carbohydrate better. Okay, so for instance, What is diabetes? Diabetes 2. Okay, type 2 diabetes is when your body stops learning how to or stops releasing insulin when you eat a carbohydrate. And the reason it stops doing that is because it's over-released too much insulin from too much bad food, too much sugary foods and that type of thing. So much so that the pancreas shuts down and doesn't release anything anymore. Now, you can reverse type 2 diabetes, and marijuana has got a big play in that. Okay, you can reverse it. So you can make your body more sensitive to a carb so that so your body doesn't have to release so much insulin. It releases a minuscule amount, and the same minuscule amount does the same job as a large amount. And therefore the pancreas doesn't ever overload and you don't ever get diabetic. So in so many ways, bro, cannabis is really good.
So I rolled us each a blunt.
Yeah, so bro, like I saw those other videos of yours, eh? That shit's not gonna happen here, bro.
See, let's go back to them. Cool.
So I don't know, bro. I don't really see any negatives to cannabis or marijuana. I love it. I think it's a miracle plant, and I think we only sort of scratching the surface on what it actually does for us.
Do you think you could fuck me up? Let's say one hand was tied behind my back. Okay, so it's me, it's you, it's McGregor, and we're all stuck in a ring. Who walks out?
No, McGregor, bro.
Nah, I reckon we got McGregor. McGregor, if you're watching this, we send for you, bro.
We both think you on, bro, but yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?
Can I have some of that?
I just lit it, bro.
It's like that big.
I just lit it, bro.
What tips could you give to people that smoke weed and want to get fit?
Okay, well the first, one of the things that I've realized is obviously we know that marijuana increases our appetite, so and we call that the munchies, right?
Pepperoni, half cheese, 8 cheesy nuts, and garlic butter sauce.
It's if you're trying to diet or you're trying to prep for something, a shoot or a show or whatever you're trying to prep for, whether you're just prepping to get into better shape for yourself, you have to realize that you need to prep your meals so that when you do smoke your weed, you have your clean prepped meals to eat, right? Because if you smoke and you haven't prepped your meals, most likely you're going to reach for an easier type, more convenient type of source of food, which is most of the time not going to be very clean, and it's definitely not going to be weighed and calculated calorie wise. So I found, if I am dieting for something, as long as I've got my meals prepped and they're in the fridge and then I smoke, then it's cool, because even my clean meals still taste good while they're smoking. Another thing is, I talked about mind to muscle connection. Now obviously if you go to the gym and you have a heavily indica based strain, and you smoke that and you're sitting in your car, it's going to be hard to get out of that car.
Out of my car now!
It's going to be hard to get into the gym and start getting that blood going. You're going to feel tired and sleepy, guys. So it would be ideally not the time to smoke indica. It would be the time to smoke a good sativa strain, one that's going to get you amped and get you that mind high. And then obviously when you put your earphones on, headphones on, and you've got some tunes in your ears, then you're going to have a great workout, and then you're going to connect to the muscle, and you're going to have that benefit that I was talking about earlier. And then again, indica for when you get home after a long day of work, after a big workout that day, after working, stress, traffic, blah blah blah, get home, you'd smoke an indica to relax, to chill out, to get those cortisol levels down, and to obviously also help you sleep.
Honestly, thank you so much for coming.
Cool.
Like, what a fucking blessing to have you here, man. I've learned so much. Honestly, I'm in shock still about some of the things you told me. Thank you so much for coming, dude. Thank you so much for coming. What a fucking blessing.
Thanks for listening, guys. It's been a pleasure.
So there you have it, guys. If you would like to get a physique like myself and John Lucas, it takes years and years of dedication and time.